Okay, welcome everybody to week 2 of our X-Mage League action. This is from Division 1 between last year's finalist Oliver King, aka Whiskey Burn on the bottom of the screen, and Josh Grace, aka Imbuement at the top. I'm joined today by Will Escrow. Welcome, Will.
Hi, hi. Hopefully our sound works this time around.
Yeah, I did a test recording, so if something goes wrong, I have no idea what it is this time.
We'll
And
see.
yeah,
All right.
we're starting with standard this time.
Sounds good.
Uh, Both players draw 7. Oliver's keeping his hand, and so does Josh. Oliver's going to play first.
Oh, here we go. Starts it off right with a blue red counter deck. my most hated right there.
Yeah, Oliver on the bottom normally plays blue-red control. Uh, I know in modern, and he's not a modern or legacy player, so he tends to stick to the one deck in both those formats. He mentioned to me last week because he thrashed me over 3 games in round 1.
Yeah.
He said he's going to look to change his decks for this week, so we'll see if he does or not.
It's looking like standards are gonna stay the same.
Yeah. Josh
uh,
looks like he's on an energy theme here.
yeah, so this is actually kind of a common play on the Game Trail Aether Hub combo on red aggro that I've seen.
Yep. How
Um,
does that work?
So basically, you go heavy with the aggro, and then you have green spells to buff the damage done.
Okay, so he's going to play the cub and oh, he's got a rogue
Yeah,
refiner. Yep.
I mean this. Oh, I don't know. This is actually interesting. I haven't seen this play yet, so this is
Oliver's probably happy that he can get something with the sensor.
yep.
Stops a card draw as well. Yeah, Oliver's deck tends its win conditions are its 4 torrential gearhulks and 4 of the manlands,
Yeah,
the red blue
it's your
manlands.
it's your standard blue red uh, counter late game aggro.
Yeah, so he basically does nothing for quite a few turns.
Yes.
And then he gets once he's cleared the board, counters a few things, he'll dump his win con and go from there. But Josh's deck is probably a bit of a challenge because he can bring in counter spells from the sideboard because he's playing the
Yeah.
blue.
So here you go. See, the Glory Bringer comes in, and then he'll use those energy points late game. He has a red creature in there that he can actually use energy to buff that red creature. Add one ones to the red creature.
Mm.
I can't remember the name of the card off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know there's a couple of green creatures as well that he can do that too.
Yeah,
The height, the 4 mana green, it gives it hexproof as well.
and you can see just by looking at Glorybringer, um, super powerful card.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he goes for it here. With Oliver's got 6 spells in hand.
Oh my goodness.
Just having to think about it.
Hmm.
The problem for the red blue control deck is it doesn't really have anything that can deal with planeswalkers once they're resolved,
That's correct.
except for the new Hour of Devastation can do 5 damage, but here he's going to tick to 6, so it's out of range immediately.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to get a 2-for-1 here to get rid of the Nahiri. Unless we've got his deck wrong and he's going to dump a Glory Bringer next turn.
Yeah, I'm actually quite impressed with what Josh is running here. Oath of Nissa is actually letting him go right through his deck, pick exactly who he wants to have in his hand for his next play.
And he's just shown a Chandra.
Yeah,
So he's had his 2 Oath of Nissas have revealed the Chandra and the Glory Bringer now. So Oliver's sitting over the other side with 6 cards in hand, thinking which of those am I going to counter?
correct.
Meanwhile, taking beatings from the Whirl Virtuoso.
That's correct.
And the other line that's open to Josh as well is he can make the Thopters with the Virtuoso. He can make 2 at the moment.
Wow.
2, 4, 5 mana. You'd imagine when he's got 8 cards in hand, he's surely got a Gear Hulk.
Right. And I would say like even board wipe at this point wouldn't really help Whiskey, aka Oliver.
Yeah, you can see that he's going to take the aggressive line here and start making
Yes,
doctors.
yes. Now I actually haven't seen any type of archetype of this deck on any of those top deck lists. Have you?
No, I mean I've seen variations. The Nahiri's an interesting one. I don't know if he will keep it in post sideboard because I'm guessing Oliver's hoping here he's going to catch him with a disallow. So he'll minus eight the Nahiri, disallow it, and then the Nahiri's basically gone for a counter spell.
Yeah, if these games don't run that long, I wonder if we can pull Josh or Oliver or both of them into a conversation afterward. Sort of discussing what they played.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Well, there's a disallow. So
Yeah,
I'm guessing he's going to cycle land. I'm guessing he's lined it up now, so he's going to Gear Hulk next turn.
he's gonna have to. I mean, he's probably gonna Gear Hulk to another disallow or to pull his disallow out, so he can't use Nahiri's ability.
Well, the problem he's got here, if he does that for Nahiri's ability, he's still got to deal with the Glory Bringer.
Right, and then there's also the Whirler.
Yeah, so
So,
I think we'll see Josh minus Nahiri pre-combat
okay.
just to draw out that Gear Hulk.
Oh, okay. Almost like a little pump fake action.
Yeah, because Oliver will be tapped out then, or have one land available,
Correct.
and that'll give him 2, 4, 5 land. Yeah, so
Yeah,
he's
there it
going to
is.
actually plus it. Interesting. He discards a Harness Lightning to the Nahiri to draw.
I'm sorry if my phone is going off in the background. I apologize for that.
So here's the Hydra. This probably needs to be answered. Yeah, and there's the Gear Hulk. So it's just the one count, the disallow in the graveyard. He does have a sensor, but Josh has got that mana available.
Right. This does slow down Josh's aggression, especially with the Whirler now. Um, I mean, the 1/1 Thopters
And
are going to just pick away.
and a perfect spot here though for Hour of Devastation. He if he casts it, he's going to wipe Josh's board, do 5 damage to Nahiri, and the Gear Hulk will finish Nahiri off.
Correct.
Unless of course Josh has got a shock in hand. Yeah, but an Hour of Devastation here would be a blowout.
Yeah. Even if Josh had a shock in hand, I think it's going to be really hard for Josh to bring back his board presence.
Gear Hulk doesn't swing there, interestingly.
Yeah, that is interesting.
And Josh, I was going to say, he must have the Harness Lightning because he discarded one before. So he's doing this main phase to try and draw out a counter spell.
Right.
Because he hasn't played his land for the turn. Gear Hulk down, I think.
Oh, yuck.
Well,
I,
I think Oliver's kind of in the position where he couldn't do much with that because Nahiri's still threatening to -8 and bring
right.
something. I have no idea what it is in
I'm,
Josh's
I'm,
deck.
I mean, I have mixed feelings at this point. Josh's deck is such a mismatch for the blue-red that it's really, really putting a lot of pressure on on Oliver. And I love seeing the blue-red get beat this much. But at the same time, it's a little painful to watch. I'm not, I'm not gonna lie.
And he plays a Virtuoso and let it resolve. The other line that okay, so he wants to draw cards from the Gear Hulk. The other
Yes.
line that I failed to see just now was that if he did swing with the Gear Hulk, Josh had a Thopter that he could have blocked with, and Nahiri can actually minus because the Gear Hulk would be a tapped artifact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Nahiri's kind of checking the Gear Hulk at the moment.
Very powerful, especially against blue-red. Maybe, I mean, at this point, I feel like Josh just completely just went in all in and was like, okay, what's the most counter janky deck against blue red on the market right now.
Yeah, and Josh has got he's got two cards in hand. One we know is a Glory Bringer.
Yes, and
So
the other's Nissa, or not Nissa. I'm sorry, Chandra.
Chandra, yes, that's right. So he's not really in a good position at the moment.
No,
I say that simply because Oliver's holding on to six cards.
correct. And that's the third. That Oath of Nissa was the third. So now, at this point, I mean, of course, he's going to get a card draw of his choice out of this, but and now, wow,
So
another Planeswalker.
yes, he's got three powerful cards in his hand. He just has to be able to resolve them.
And I think that's a tough call on that play because now um, Oliver actually knows exactly what's in uh, Josh's hand.
Oh, here we go. Nahiri's minus this time. Finds a Glory Bringer. So I'm guessing there's no counter spell. Would have you cast Disallow if you had it there?
How did he? So how did he play the Glorybringer? He
Uh,
exiled an enchantment. No.
he minus Nissa. You can -8 and search your library for any creature or artifact.
Okay.
But in response to that, Oliver can cast Disallow on the trigger.
Right. If he had, do you think he has a disallow at this point? I'd imagine he did, right?
Well, the interesting thing, well, it's interesting he's casting this before damage. So he's kind of saying that if you want to block, you're going to lose your Gearhulk,
Uh, yep.
rather than letting him block and then losing the Gearhulk.
Right.
2, 4, 5. Because he's got 9 damage coming through. The Glorybringer is going to do 3 to the Gearhulk.
It's interesting too because he can actually block elsewhere. He can, but I mean, the Glorybringer obviously the primary target.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, oh, sorry. He's actually the Glorybringer because he's exerting it, kills it anyway.
Ah, yes, yes.
So yeah, that's why he did that.
Okay, so he's going to harness lightning of his own here from Oliver.
What is he going at? Does he think that his
Takes down the.
okay,
Yeah.
got it. Got it.
So he's going to take 5. He's going to drop to 6. So there can be lethal on board next turn.
There can be. This is a really great match.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if I were in Oliver's position, I probably would have conceded already.
Well,
That's why.
actually, Oliver now because of that harness lightning, Hour of Devastation on the board will take Nahiri as well,
Yes.
and because he cast that harness lightning, Josh cannot play any of those planeswalkers he has. He's only got 3 mana available.
Correct.
So he cast a Gearhulk to get back the.
The card draw.
Yep, 2 more cards. I thought. Oh, this is all before damage. we're getting ahead of ourselves here. So he'll take a Whirl of Virtue. So
Oh, wow. I wasn't even. Yeah, that's crazy. So he even blocked and destroyed another Whirler.
but you can see the Whirler makes the blocker, so to protect Nahiri on the way back. But
I like in chat right there. Oliver's like, I'm gonna go look up that that
he's,
Planeswalker real quick.
he's calling the self-judge for the
Yeah,
Oracle
yeah.
text.
So he's gonna cycle Sweltering.
Interesting.
And that was whiskey, correct? Cycling? Yes.
Oh, he says, "Oops." Was
Yeah,
it
that was strange. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Oh, oops.
Can't even get that one back with a Gearhulk.
Yep.
Although he's facing 8 on the board, he could. Oh, here we go. He's got two.
Okay.
So Nahiri's down, and he's got what mana for 1 counter spell.
He's in a good position, and he's going at Nahiri, and Nahiri's
Yep,
off the board now.
2, 4, 6,
Wow.
and because Josh has only got 6 mana, so he can only play one of those spells. So it'll be interesting to see if he plays it into the. Yeah, so his Glorybringer,
Right, but I mean, his glory. Even if he's,
and
oh, he's
there, yep,
oh my goodness, wow! This little golf clap right here for Oliver.
yeah,
Honestly, honestly, that's some amazing playing on that last turn.
very very patient,
Yes, incredibly.
and so now he's
And
gonna get
yeah,
aggressive.
yep. Here comes the aggression. My goodness, and here is, I mean, I hate the blue red, but I mean, you have to be a great pilot to run this deck the right way.
Yeah, there's so many, as you can see from this match, there's so many lines where you have to be thinking numerous turns ahead.
Absolutely. And now the Tamayo,
Tamio, yeah.
Tamio.
I think Tamio here can't even really save him unless because he's got the Chandra in hand. So the best it's going to do is get card draw. I'm guessing from the Gearhulk.
Right.
I don't know if it can target lands.
Uh,
Yeah, non-land permanents. Okay, so all he's going to do essentially this is a 4 mana draw one and a kind of a time warp, I guess.
correct.
Although, what did we miss? What happened to the Chandra?
Yeah, what did happen to the Chandra? I don't.
Maybe he discarded it to Nahiri. It's in the graveyard now,
Okay.
along with importantly 4 Harness Lightnings.
Wow,
So
that's right.
he's not going to be Harness Lightning any fumaroles here.
Correct.
So any sort of removal spell from Oliver and Tamio's gone.
Huh. But it's again now on the other side. I mentioned it's painful to watch. What was happening with Josh against Oliver, and look how the tides have turned. And this is why Magic is such an enthralling and engaging game.
Mm.
Because those turns that really change the tide of the game. Uh, you have to be a good player, though. Like I said, I'm a fan of playing Magic, but when it comes to this level of play, I'll be honest with you. I'm not really often a contender.
So I'm guessing you're a fan of the red aggro deck that's around in standard at the moment.
Oh my God, yeah,
Just
yeah.
jam
That's
your
that.
threats and
You know what? Honestly, that one's even a little bit too complicated for me.
well,
Give me old school Goblin decks, or complete red deck wins combos, and that's more my game style.
yeah, I think I've mentioned it previously. I'm really not a fan of burn or these sort of decks, and
Right, right,
and I say to people that if you've got a 5-year-old kid, I don't know what age people start playing, but I'm guessing 5. If you've got a 5-year-old kid and you see these really young kids at GPs and on coverage and so on, they always play burn.
right.
It's like the Simpletons deck. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I'm a 5-year-old at these GPs. All right, I
Yeah,
got you. I got
but
you.
when I see Tom Ross, he seems to sit there for about 10 minutes thinking about what he's going to do with his mono red deck. He's going to get in with both. Okay, so Tamio's gone either way.
Right.
So it is a 4 mana draw spell, and I just see we're joined by Zampakutox, which is he's not even bothering with Tamio actually, because that's lethal on board, so the servants can have to chump block.
Yes.
Uh, Zampakuto is Michael Yu from Division 2.
Oh, excellent. And I'd imagine we're watching a Division One game right now. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oliver is actually I get these formats wrong all the time. 90% sure it's standard he won last time.
Okay.
It could be modern, but I'm going to go with standard.
Right.
And he was beaten in the finals of the Grand Champions. Yes, it was because I remember the modern final. He was up against Bob Debonese. Bob was on a really cool black-red demigod deck.
That is, and yep, he's taking it down.
That's the
That's
concession.